Hi everyone, it's Logan here, and I decided to take this apart. This CPU is about 4 years old here. This is my daily driver. I've got a Rampage 3 Extreme motherboard from ASUS, and it's a Core i7-980X in there. And it is water cooled. It's got one of the older water cooling units. And I mean, it's running perfectly fine. But I wanted to see if I could maybe redo some of the thermal paste. If you can see, you know, it's getting old. It's 4 years old. It could be redone. And I actually was not the one who built it at the time. So I figured, yeah, maybe I could redo it here and see if I can get some lower temperatures. So I did benchmark. This is a 6-core processor. And the processor was getting in the range of 87 to 101 degrees Celsius at under Prime 95 full load. And I've got two GTX 580s in SLI, and they were getting the first one was getting I believe it was around 83 with an auto fan, 64 I think with a fan on max, and the second one was a little bit lower than that in the early 40s I think. But I just wanted to try and redo this and see if putting some more thermal paste on and maybe cable managing this a little bit better would lead to some lower temperatures. So once I got it back up and running here, I'll let you know. Right now I'm just about to clean the CPU off with some isopropyl alcohol and then put it all back together. So I will see you in a moment. Okay, so actually before I put it all back together, I just wanted to show you this from my last video. This is the Pentium 4 2.26 gigahertz that I put in my Media Center PC. This is the i7-980X. Quite a big difference. I mean, the entire Pentium 4 chip fits easily just on the heat spreader of the 980X. Of course, now the newest ones, the 5960s, are even bigger. So I took off. I also wanted to show you. I took off all the graphics card heat spreaders and everything here, and you can compare that to the graphics card processor, the GPU, and that thing's a beast. It's even bigger. Haven't cleaned that off yet, and this is what it looks like inside the cooler here. So you can see here all the thermal pads on there, and it's very, very dusty. So it's a good thing I'm doing this. I started trying to get the other one apart, and I realized, you can see that they all have star screws, and the smallest star screw I have is a T7. Well, I take that back. Actually, I have this one from when the screen on my phone broke. Focus. Well, it's probably not going to focus. No. Ah, there we go. All right. So I got that, but that's actually too small. So I think I need a T6, which I don't have. So unfortunately for now, this graphics card, which is actually my main one from EVGA, is not coming apart until I get a T6. So for now, I'll have to make this one my primary, but I do have the two running in SLI. But anyway, I'm about to close it back up, and we will see you when it's all done. Alright, so I'm back, and I have to talk a little bit quieter because everyone's gone to bed, but I've got everything installed. And I ran Prime 95 small FFT for a while, and you can see max temperatures were about 101, 88 to 101, so it didn't really affect temperatures there at all. Same overclock, everything's the same, so nothing really changed there. But what did change was this. GPU temps were down to 79, down from I believe 83 or 84 before. Well, there it's going up to 80, but it's been running for quite a while now, and just now hitting up to 80. That's on automatic fans. So it did make a difference, you know, adding more thermal paste, and you know, it could be a combination. It could be cleaning out some of the dust, although the dust wasn't really in any of the places that would have mattered, would have obstructed airflow. But you never know. So a combination of those things. Is it worth it? Yeah, absolutely. One thing to note though is that there was a scary moment. Well, I say moment. It was probably a scary half an hour where I thought I had bent a couple pins on the CPU, and I may very well have, but if I had, it didn't affect it because it's still booted, still running the same overclock. I am going to try and overclock it maybe a little bit more now, but everything seems stable completely, so if there was anything wrong, it didn't affect anything. So I'm going to try and overclock it, and we'll go from there. So I wasn't able to overclock it any more than that, but it does seem to have helped the temperatures a little bit, slightly. Yeah, it's at 100 instead of 101, 99, but either way, cleaned out all the dust that was in there, and the GPU is definitely running a little bit cooler, a couple degrees. So at the very least, I'll get a little bit more life out of it maybe. But thanks for checking out the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you like, what else you'd like to see. And, of course, have a great day.